I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton. She congratulated us, it's about us, on our victory.
So that happened. Donald J. Trump is the president-elect of the United States. This guy. No, I didn't support either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. In fact, my team, the people who didn't show up to vote, actually represented the majority in this election. However, I do want to talk about the fallout of this election. As many of you would have guessed, the social justice left is actually taking this pretty well. I have a tweet from Lacey Green. Regardless of the outcome, we are clearly a deeply divided and broken nation. So much work ahead to mend, heal, and restore the U and USA. Good on you, Lacey Green. You know what? Regardless of the outcome, you know what? It's just an election. We're a country. We're going to unite afterwards as a people. We may not like the president, but we're going to get over it and move on. Wait a minute. What time was that tweet? 11:15? Well, I'm sure she echoed the same sentiment after the fact.
We are now under total Republican rule. Textbook fascism. Fuck you, white America. Fuck you, racist, misogynist, pieces of shit. Good night.
Oh, she meant that we were going to unite if her candidate won, and we had to all come together if her candidate won. But if the candidate she didn't like won, then fuck you. And also, you're racist and sowing racist dissent, but I'm going to say fuck you to a whole racial group of people because consistency. Now, probably the funniest part about Hillary Clinton losing, other than the fact that Hillary Clinton lost, and that's hilarious.
Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
Is the reaction from her supporters. Somebody cue the music. Filmmaker Michael Moore actually showed up outside of the Trump Tower yesterday to tell everybody that he is not going to stand for the way our election system works and has worked for the past 230 years. Yeah!
There needs to be a mass uprising in the Electoral College, and we need to fight and do whatever we can to see that he does not take office on January 20th. He's an illegitimate president. He does not have the vote of the people.
Oh, you want to stop him from being sworn in? He's not the legitimate president? I mean, to be fair, when Republicans said this about Obama, Michael Moore didn't get angry at all. And before the election, when Donald Trump hinted that he wouldn't accept the election results, nobody got mad at that. So, like, this is totally fine, right? All joking aside, if Hillary would have won, and the Republicans or the Trump voters were out in the streets not accepting the election result, how would people be covering this? How would people be reacting to this? How would the same exact people who are protesting and supporting the protests feel about those Trump protesters that are not accepting the results of the election? And before you go and say Hillary won the popular vote, I don't give a shit. That's not how our system works. If you want to change the Electoral College, then you change it before the election, not after the fact. There's actually a change.org petition that last time I checked had like 600,000 signatures that's trying to convince certain electors who are chosen during the election to switch their vote to Hillary Clinton to effectively steal the election. Unlikely path? Tell me more, video!
But what exactly is the Electoral College?
The Electoral College is that thing that I don't like because Hillary didn't win, and it's bad.
Place your vote in November. You aren't actually voting for the president. You are
Exactly, we're not voting for president. That's the problem, man. Democracy.
voting for an elector from your district.
If you're going to claim that electors don't have to vote with their state, then you better have a compelling reason.
In this particular case, in 2004, one of the 10 electors was either confused or making a weird protest because instead of John Kerry or John Edwards, they wrote John Ewards in the presidential section of their ballot.
You see, that one time, that one guy voted for John Ewards, a candidate that didn't exist. Therefore, there's precedent to break from the Electoral College and give Hillary the win. Look, I'm not saying you have to be happy about the election results, and I'm not on board with this cult of unity, the idea that after an election, we all should unify and support policies we don't agree with. That's nonsense. But Donald Trump is the president-elect. He's going to be the president. He won fair and square. Trying to subvert the system for Hillary Clinton will produce no good. Also, it's Hillary Clinton. You really want to go to war and cheat over Hillary Clinton? Somebody who's symbolic of corruption in Washington? Somebody who's part of a political family dynasty? Like, seriously, that's who you want to go to war for? It's nonsense. I think your problem is that you buy into the propaganda around the president. He's not the leader of the free world, and he doesn't have to be your personal leader. He's the head of one branch of the three in the federal government. That's it. President Obama couldn't bring you hope and change. Donald Trump can't make America great again because they don't run the country. Individuals run the country. You make your own decisions and your own choices. Stop putting all your faith in politicians. If you want to deny the election results or steal the election, then you're on the wrong side of history.